What is up, YouTube? It's BBGamer05 back with another video. I'm doing something a bit different today. I'm going to do a Five Nights at Freddy's games tier list. Been wanting to do one of these for a long time now, and I figured, well, might as well do one now. So let's just hop right into it and see where this goes. I don't know if this has security breach on it though. I don't know how new this one is, so we'll see though. Starting with FNAF AR, it was a good game when it first came out. I'm not as big of a fan of it as most people are, I think. I don't know how big the fan base for that game specifically is now. I know it's received a lot of backlash for being just reskins at this point. I know there's a lot more skins than there are actual unique characters. So, I'll put it in C tier, just because I don't think they've really done anything new with it. I think the last big update they really had when it comes to new mechanics was Plush Trap. Trying to think of anybody else that has that, like a new mechanic. I think Funtime Freddy actually has one, but I don't know if it's all that different from the rest of them. Let's just keep it in C tier for now. I'm not a big fan of it anymore. Feel free to argue with this down below. Tell me your opinions and stuff. I'm down to hear them. So, Help Wanted, easy S tier. I love FNAF Help Wanted, dude. It's so fun. I beat it on my channel, actually, if you guys want to go back and look at those videos. I beat it before FNAF Security Breach came out, because I wanted to get caught up on the story for that. So yeah, it's a great game. Has a lot of unique modes alongside the VR recreations of the original games. It's so cool. It's so well made. Steelwood did an amazing job on it, and I gotta say, probably one of my favorite games, just in general. Not even just FNAF games, but just in general, one of my favorite games of all time. And then we go to FNAF World. FNAF World doesn't deserve all the hate it got. To be honest, I like it. It's just not really my thing. I don't play a lot of RPG games, so I'll put it in the same league or tier as FNAF AR. It's just not my cup of tea, really. So, although I will say it has a lot of great models, a lot of fun mechanics. It's just not my thing. If it was, though, I guarantee it'd be an S tier. It's very well made. So actually, let's just slide FNAF World up to B tier. The more I talk about it, the more I like it. So let's see, FNAF 2. My favorite mainline FNAF game, to be honest, just because of how crazy it is compared to FNAF 1, and to be honest, it was like my first actual game that I played. I had seen so much on FNAF 1. I wanted to play it so bad, but there was no demo out for it on my phone. Or tablet, I think, at the time. I don't know how young I was when FNAF 1 came out. I don't remember. I don't do math either, so no math for me. I'm not gonna math this. I'm not gonna try and count this, but yeah, it was the first. I played the demo of it because, $7.99 to a kid is insane. Although it's really not anything, but at the time it was crazy how much that game cost. But it was so fun. I wanted to play the full game so bad, but I only had the demo. But since I have played it, it's so great. I'll put it in A tier because I don't think it really deserves S per se. But it's so good. I love it so much. Same with FNAF 6. Although I'm putting FNAF 6 in S tier, it has to go in S tier. It's got way more mechanics. It's got 3 different modes for it, pretty much. 4, I guess, if you count the first starting off minigame that you get to play, throwing pizzas at kids and stuff. But you get the salvage, you get the nighttime mechanic, you get the actual tycoon part of it, and that part's so fun. You get to make your own pizzeria. It's everything you could really want in a FNAF game. It's like, take everything that's made every other game good, and then just times 10. It's so good. I love it. And that final speech by Henry is so cool. It's by far the best. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna say it goes so crazy that I'd say it's actually better than FNAF 2, which, I mean, it is also newer, so it has, like, Scott had the advantage of knowing what works in FNAF, but he made the perfect game there. So yeah, I'm going to say FNAF 6 is higher than FNAF 2 for me now that I'm actually talking about it. Sister Location, it was crazy for the time. It was partially free roam. It's more so point and click, but it was a great game. I'm gonna put it in A tier. It was the first game with voice acting, if I remember correctly. Yeah, the first game with voice acting. And the voices are great. Kellen Goff does an amazing Funtime Freddy voice, and he comes back actually from Ultimate Freddy in FNAF 6, so he's had several roles since then too. Like, he has Glamrock Freddy, he has Sun and Moon, just a lot of great characters that are iconic at this point. So yeah, I did put it in A tier though. It's not S tier for me just because I couldn't really get into it as much as I got into the other games. I don't know why. I think it's just I just the nights were also different. I didn't like night 4 just because of the Springlock suit thing, but it's a great game. It even has that secret FNAF 1 style boss fight with Innard, which is fun, and I like it a lot. But not quite S tier for me. FNAF 3. It was a slow game. I mean, it started off slow. It picks up quite a bit later on, but overall, it's not very hard, which does kind of go down a few points for that. Jump scares aren't that good. It just gets repetitive after a while, getting jump scared by Phantom Balloon Boy every 5 seconds. Along with the other ones too, of course, but Phantom Balloon Boy is the one I see the most. So I'm going to put FNAF 3 in... I'll put it in B tier. I don't think it deserves C tier. Ultimate Custom Night, I'll put that one in A tier just because it's nothing really... It has mostly all the characters, not all of them just quite, but it has a lot of them, and it balances all of it so well for how many mechanics there are. It balances it all so well. And this is also the game that basically got us to see a Scott Cawthon interview with Dawko. That was really cool. Big fan of Dawko. So yeah, UCN, or Ultimate Custom Night, as it's known, is insane. I played it a lot when it first came out. I haven't played a lot of it since, though. I might just download it again and play it for a bit, but yeah, it goes in A tier. It's not my favorite. It has a lot of old mechanics with a lot of new ones, but great game. 10 out of 10. FNAF 4. Easily, like, the scariest one in the mainline FNAF games. If I can pick it up, that would be great. I don't know if I can pick it up. There we go. I'll put it... Sorry for the scrolling. I'm on my phone. It kind of makes it hard to do this, but, I'll put FNAF 4 in... I'll put it in A tier. Yeah, A tier works for me. Scroll this back a little bit. Trying to scroll back up, guys. I'm sorry. There we go. It's nothing special. It's like a scarier version of FNAF 1, because you have to move around your bedroom. The noise mechanic is horrifying. You have to be fast, too. You have to check everything several times, and you have to do it in a certain order if you want to survive it. It's not, like I said, nothing really special, especially by today's standards. I mean, we have Security Breach, which was a full open map that you can explore, but it was great for the time. It's still a great game. Halloween DLC was really cool with Nightmare Ione, Nightmare Mangle, the Jackos, Nightmare Balloon Boy, all of them. Nightmare Fredbear has one of the coolest designs in the series, if you ask me, like, in the entire series. I think he is one of, like, my top 3 for just cool designs. Nightmare Fredbear, top tier. If this was a character tier list, he would be an S tier because of how cool he is. FNAF 1 easily goes into... If I can scroll, there we go. Easily goes in S tier. It's the first game. It's iconic. You can't beat the FNAF 1 experience. They're creepy. The atmosphere is just killer for a horror game. Let me tell you, it's amazing. Scott Cawthon mastered FNAF. Like, just his first horror game, I believe, is by far the best one. Just because of how iconic it's a great game. It looks great. I think it's holding up pretty well too. For being 7 years old, I think, at this point. Maybe 8 years old. Yeah, I think it's going to be 8 years old this year, actually, which is crazy. It's almost a decade, dude. And then finally, last but not least, Security Breach. If it lets me pick it up, that'd be great if I could pick it up. Let me pick it up, dude. Let me grab it. Grab it. Grab it, dang it. There we go. I'm going to throw Security Breach in... If I go based off how it started, it was very buggy at the start. It still is a little buggy now, but not nearly as bad as it was. People were doing speedruns in 5 minutes of this game because of all the bugs they could get to happen. I think I saw one was like 5 minutes in all to beat the game as the world record, but it's a good game. I wouldn't say it's S tier worthy, but it's definitely up there. I'll put it in A tier as my final tier decision here. It's a great game. Not quite FNAF VR level, but it is great. Still will put a lot of work and effort into it. I just wish it was more polished at launch. And I know there was a lot of stuff that was cut from this game. Like, there could be a whole new game for the cut content that I wish we could have seen. Like, I would have loved to see, like, an actual boss fight with Springtrap. Or Burntrap, if that's his name, I think. But it would have been great to see an actual boss fight with him, rather than the whole run across the room and hit buttons. But yeah, overall, this is a great series. I love the games a lot. And I will continue to play them for however long this series lasts, which is probably longer than I'll be alive, but you know what? Who knows? But yeah, that will be all. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and thank you. Have a great day.